All right, here's the deal. So whether or not you play on the global version or the greener version of Call of Duty Mobile, right now available within the App Store is the Call of Duty Mobile update. And this update is in preparation for all of the in-game content we're going to be getting over the course of the next couple of days and weeks. And just to go ahead and touch up on some of those things, we've got the new Zombies Ltm that's coming, which you guys can see here at the menu is currently not available, but it's there. We've got a new season, a new ranked season. We've got a new battle pass, new guns, the MX-9, the AMR, and a whole bunch of new stuff is coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to cover all that content as soon as it releases. But I figured today, since we just got the client update itself, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering like what's new in this current update besides just like the lobby theme. As you can see here, that has changed. So I want to go ahead and quickly talk about some of that stuff. So right now, implemented immediately is the new weapon balance change and weapon nerf, score streak nerf, all that good stuff. And one of the most important things I think to just go ahead and note off the rip of this video, thermites have been nerfed. They're still usable, but they're nowhere near as effective and damaging, punishing as they used to be. So that's something that the COD Mobile community has really wanted, and we finally have that. Next up, the DRH had received a few attachment buff. The AK-117 attachment buff. The Striker got a core gun buff to its damage at range, as well as its ADS bullet spread accuracy and reload speed. The MK2 got a 30 reload buff, I believe. I think the headshot damage was increased. And I think besides that, the weapons weren't really touched all too much. So the meta hasn't really changed for the weapons. But then as far as score streaks, the Hawk X actually had received a nerf. And another thing that I think I should just note here off the start, because everyone's going to be super hyped about it, OG Nuketown is back. Nuketown Russia is no longer in the game, no longer in ranked. So now whenever you see Nuketown, it's going to be the original version, the sweet run and gun, smaller version of the map. And it's just so vibrant after playing Nuketown Russia for I don't know how many months. It's so nice to see that map. So it's finally returned. Next up, as far as non-in-game things, changes, we actually have a bunch of new settings, and I'm not going to go over all of them because there's a lot. I'm going to quickly go over my top, like, I don't know, 3. So one tap weapon swap button, pretty good. So basically what this does is allows a dedicated button for you to press and, move around on your HUD that allows you to swap from your pistol back to your, AR, or your AR to your pistol, whatever order. It's going to be a weapon swap button. And the reason I actually am really hyped about this is because a lot of times I would have to reach all the way down to where my weapons actually are on my HUD to press them. And sometimes it would not work whenever I tapped it, or sometimes it would hit like my grenade button or something. It was just really difficult. So now I have in like the top right corner of my screen a dedicated weapon swap button. Next up, Prospective Teammates. I could live without this, but it's a pretty cool feature. Basically, now whenever your teammates are running around the map, no matter where they're at, they're going to have like a blue outline, like X-ray vision type view, so you can always see where your teammates are. And then what I'm most excited for here, which I didn't think I was going to be, is the effects category. So as you can see, I was playing around with the hit effects a little bit, and right now, if you look at my hit effect preview, whenever I shoot an opponent, that's what pops up. It's not going to be just the regular blood effect whenever you would previously shoot an opponent, but now you have all these different types of styles. And to me, this is just like very similar to the legendary death effects, but as hit effects, and it's available for all players, free or paid. You get this on every weapon. It's a base hit effect, and I think that's really cool. Right now, I have the electric flash. I actually haven't used it yet in game. Super hyped to see what it looks like, and we're going to be pairing it with the ASVAL just because I figured this skin matched really well with that setting. That's actually going to be the primary focus of today's video. We're going to go around. We're going to change all the different effects, showcase all of them. Or not all of them, but again, the coolest ones in my opinion, like the classic flash here. It looks sick. We got the tactical flare, the scientific halo, scientific ring, and there's just so many different possibilities, and I'm sure it's going to make gameplay look really cool. That one right there almost looks like a legendary death effect in itself, like an explosion, the classic flash yellow. But as I mentioned, we're going to start off with the electric green flash just because I think that pairs really nicely with the skin we're going to be starting today's gameplay off with. Next up, this is going to be another basic setting, the camera FOV setting. So previously FOV was able to go all the way up to 75, but in this newest update, they actually maxed it out to 90, which makes a huge difference. And for those of you who don't know what FOV does, basically it's a field of view perspective. So if you play at, let's say, 50 FOV, Basically, that means the point of view of your camera is going to be like at your character's hands like this. And as you slowly increase the FOV and make it further out, your perspective can see it more. So now it's like your hands are way out here and you can see more of the map. And as somebody who plays on an iPad, not to say I'm at a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying, but because I have a 4:3 aspect ratio, I don't get to see horizontally as much as somebody on a phone. So now I can actually stretch out my FOV, giving me a little bit more of a view of like the horizontal playing field, you know, of my character. There's a lot more marker settings and map settings, and you guys are going to see in game, the minimap actually looks way different, way cooler. I actually haven't played around with the map zoom. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I hadn't played around with this at all. So I think this is actually insane. Again, as someone who plays on an iPad, I don't have to say I'm at a disadvantage, but it's a huge advantage for me because I have a much bigger screen. I could actually zoom this out and essentially see like most of the map. Wow, that's actually an insane setting. I'd say we rock like 60. And as you can see, this is crash. I can see just about the entire map. So if we get an advanced UAV, I'm gonna be able to see so much. Icon zoom. Oh my gosh, and you can actually make the icons bigger or smaller. We're gonna leave that at 100 just because the enemy's dots are significantly thicker right now. And I just want to kind of like play around and test this out. So maybe we actually throw advanced UAV on. You know, I'm gonna go all the way to 50. We're gonna throw an advanced UAV and just kind of like test this. Player in center. We're gonna uncheck that. Interesting. So I'm gonna leave it equipped, but I didn't even notice that that was an option. Then you can have minimap rotation on or off. So basically, as you move around, the map won't prospectively move with you. This could be helpful for players that aren't used to minimap rotation, but personally, this is my preference just because it's like classic COD. So I'm not going to play around with that at all. And then callouts. I'm assuming that's like on the top of your minimap, how it actually says the name of the location you're at. So we're going to leave that on as well. But again, if you want to play around with any of those settings, you can. I think the map zoom is going to be the most gameplay effective though, just because as I had mentioned, with a radar up or just in general, looking at your minimap, you're going to be getting so much more information than you normally would be. So again, because I do play on iPad and I have such a big minimap box on my HUD, that's going to be so nice for me. But I could see how, you know, people on a phone that have a tinier little perspective would want it to be either more zoomed in or out depending on their personal preferences. So that's a pretty good update and I'm definitely going to abuse it. Besides that, most of these other updates have actually been covered by myself or other YouTubers in our test server video, so I'm not going to really go over all of them too much. Those are just, you know, some of the top ones that I think are going to be really affecting gameplay. Next up, obviously on loadouts here, we have score streaks, and we're going to actually throw on the advanced UAV just because, as I had mentioned, I really want to see how that minimap is going to look with it. But overall, this is what we're going to be using here today, the ASVAL. Since currently matchmaking is a little bit buggy and it's going to take a long time for us to actually hop into some ranked matches, we'll probably end up just doing something a little bit easier on us, maybe like a free-for-all in pubs or something, or if they have something fun, we'll hop into that. I don't know if there's any LTMs available at the moment. We're going to just go ahead and initially hop into some free-for-all, and then maybe we'll do some gunfight afterwards, testing those effects. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start hopping into a match, and I'll see you all once I find a game. I don't know why when in my head I was thinking free-for-all we'd get other maps and I'd be able to like run around and have a good time. Of course, free-for-all is pretty much just like exclusively shipment nowadays because of people grinding camos, which is fine. We're actually going to be grinding out the completionist camos sometime here in the next couple of weeks because I want to actually have all of them unlocked. Gold, Damascus, Platinum, Diamond, and Aether Crystal, which is going to be available exclusively on Zombies for those of you guys who are wondering how you unlock that. Also, this is my first time playing shipment with 90 FOV, and I think it looks sick. Right there, you're getting like sort of a quick look at the hit effects. You can see sort of like the green effects as I'm shooting the players. So because the ASVAL has such a fast fire rate, it doesn't actually show all of the hit marks. But actually, I think we'll go ahead and swap to a shotgun probably, actually right now. Because I did put on a shotgun just in case that was the case. So basically, anytime there would be blood, now it's that hit effect. So you can see right there a little touch of that green, which I just think it's nice. It kind of gives an extra factor of customization to gameplay, which is pretty cool because if you go watch like a different streamer, they might have a different effect than you are normally used to, and you get to see that, kind of experience that. And overall, I think whenever you have all these different customization factors, it makes the game a little bit better. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop this advanced UAV. Oh, okay, I'm out of ammo. Go ahead and whip out the shotty. Yeah, so it's pretty cool with the shorty. We do have a legendary equipped, so we do have like the death effect, but you can see as I initially hit the shot, it has that like sort of green little zap to it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll actually be swapping around some different effects, but just for now, that's cool. We actually got a nuke. Let's go, public match nuke, baby. I know I quickly touched on the fact that ranked isn't actually something I can like queue into right now, but that's just because of like the time of night it is. The update just came out. People don't have maps downloaded and all that. So I could find a match. I would just have to sit in queue for like 10 minutes, by the way. Disclaimer. So if you're going to be hopping into ranked, just be prepared to wait unless you want to play like SMD. I love that skip button's finally there as well, so you don't have to sit through that battle pass upgrade screen every single match. So this time we're going to be hopping into a gameplay with this Lunar New Year HSO. Obviously this is just a rare skin that we equipped, a blue skin, but I want to see how closely we can make this look like it has a legendary death effect. So for this, we're going to match it with something like, yeah, pink, just because that's kind of close to red, and classic flash. I think that one's the coolest looking. Maybe like the scientific ring might be pretty apparent, but we'll go with the classic flash just because it has like a smoke sort of puff. Nice. Now that we're using a shotgun, we got fire range. Sick. Ooh, I am gonna look at the minimap though. So yeah, shipment wasn't really a great example of the minimap, but you can see, I can see pretty much in the corner up into the B flag area though. Yeah, dude, you can see so much. I can see there's a player shooting within top wood. Basically, in this building, I can see the entire map as I please. There's players fighting outside and then inside of wood as well. Yeah, this mini-map change is actually super big. Oh, made that player one hit. Yeah, it kind of does look like a Walmart death effect. That's how I would imagine a free-to-play death effect would look. Let me go ahead and pick up this guy's RUS. What are you doing? What is this build? Dog. What? Oh, that looks sick. That looks really cool. That effect right there with like the holographic RUS. Not that I'm ever going to use this, but that looked dope. Oop. Got this player one hit. Ah. I can see like everybody on the mini map with this advanced UAV. This is nuts. Look at that. Literally on the other side of the map, way off to my left, I can see like the direction they're facing and where they're at. That's kind of insane. Ooh. I'll whip out the Annihilator. This is literally going to be like a free death effect for the Annihilator just because it's a one shot. Yeah, I feel like this hit effect is going to look really cool on one-shot kill weapons. I like it. You know what? I bet the hit effects look really clean with melee items because it would be like right in your face. That was kind of cool. I mean, like the kill cam, you can see it. Speaking of melee, as I'm equipping these, by the way, melee weapons actually had received a nerf. Hey, the wrench is actually in game. That looks sick. They did a really good job modeling it after the Black Ops. Oh, machete? What? After the Black Ops 4 one, though. That looks dope. Dude, we have so many melee weapons in the game now. I think we're gonna go with the baseball bat though, just because it's my favorite, like appearance-wise. It's pretty cool that the 6x with this like epic blueprint actually has sort of a custom look to it. I like that a lot. And that's 5 attachments, so that's what we'll be rocking. You know, let me actually swap things up, and we're gonna go to, I guess like hardpoint or something. Okay, we actually have like a lot of real players in this lobby, so this should be fun. Speaking of fun, you can use code NOAH at the GFUEL checkout. Get yourself a discount. God, I'm so smooth with it. Oh my gosh, my 6x sensitivity is so weird. Oh, that's cool. So if you like stay scoped in for a second, you can sort of admire the kill effect. That's kind of how it is, or I actually just call it a kill effect, hit effect. It's kind of how it is with legendaries though, too. Nice. By the way, in case you guys didn't notice what I was talking about with the perspective thing of the teammates, as you can see, it's sort of like an X-ray view of them now whenever they're not actually within a direct line of sight. So I can turn around and see this player. So that's pretty cool. It's like hacking, but as a teammate. Okay, let's whip out the baseball bat real fast because I'm hearing this dude. Yeah, that is pretty cool with the melees. Throw up this UAV. I can see exactly where they're at now. I love that. Peek me. Ah, shotgunner loser. Oh gosh. Yes, we got players pushing in here. Come on, come on. Ah. There's another one. I don't think they're actually pushing though. No, I hear him walking back. Hit marked. Contact with enemy. Push it though. Oh, he's trying to run away. Nice. Got the advance. Basically the hacks of me knowing exactly where everybody is at now. Like obviously the advance used to be super good before, but now you can extend your radar out. Oh my gosh. Like I know exactly where that player's at. How can he compete? I know this player's up top. That one's not going up the wall. 2 here. Still 1. Let me go ahead and swap to the Bison real fast. I need to die. Oh my gosh. Oh dude, imagine I got that 4-piece. I'm gonna try to really quickly go into graphics and change my effect to just something different. We'll do this and we'll do the scientific ring. Okay, yes. Okay, I saw that a couple of times. That one's not as noticeable. that's pretty cool though. It's a little smaller than expected. Oh, we got the Annihilator. Should be a little more apparent with that. Advance UAV. Oh. Oh, and as you can see right there, I ran straight through that thermite. They're nowhere near as effective as they used to be. Let's go. We're popping off. Let's go. I got this. I'm clutch. I'm clutch. I'm clutch. Let's go. All right, UAV. 14 seconds. Come on, dude. Thermites have been nerfed. Thermites have been nerfed. What are you thinking? Okay, I can rotate here. I gotta get to that next one, though. Like, right away. No. I tried to get there. As soon as I got there, I just got dead. Well, alrighty, everyone. That is going to go ahead and do it here for today's video. I appreciate you guys all tuning in all the way here to the end, especially because this was public match gameplay, so I know it's not super entertaining. I'm sure in the next couple of days, ranked is going to be good again, especially because we're having the reset this season. So, yeah, first of all, if you haven't hit Legendary yet and you want to, you've got like a day to do it. Start grinding. 2, if you're just looking for something to play around with and entertain yourself, again, in settings, audio and graphics, effects, play around with the hit effects a little bit. It might give you a little bit of entertainment and fun just to get us through until this new update comes, because I know I cannot wait. Zombies is going to be a blast, and I cannot wait to start grinding Aether Crystal. We need to get every single weapon Aether before it disappears. I don't know how long it's going to be in the game, but again, for those of you wondering, let me go ahead and show it off on, we'll do the Bison. If you go to Camos, Completionist, you'll see that Aether Crystal is there, but it does say it's a seasonal camo. So I don't know how long it's going to last. It seems like it's going to be exclusive to the Undead Sage mode. And I don't know how difficult it's actually going to be to get, because it says kill 50 zombies in a completed Undead Sage match, hard match, 6 times to unlock. So it doesn't sound like it's going to be too difficult, but we don't know how hard it's going to be. I don't know. But regardless, a lot of fun content to come in the future. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. But as I mentioned before, I'll do it here for myself, and I'll catch you all in the next one.